Hello, solvers. I'm Yo-Yo Ma. I just want to congratulate you all for the hard work you've been doing and for managing to get here to the virtual place where MIT and Solve get together to celebrate your achievements. And I was there at the very beginning when Solve started, and it is so wonderful to see the wonderful directions that it has grown and grown, and with so many people participating, and now with the Elevate Prize, it's just incredible. Something to really look forward to follow, for all of us to follow for years to come. But anyway, congratulations. And you may wonder what I'm doing here, because I think what I do actually has something to do with what you do. And I think all of what MIT and Solve does is about innovation and invention. And I think about what you need in order to invent. The courage, the perseverance, the almost obsessive quality that you have to have. And maybe it's a kind of stubbornness, but the hope that you can actually create something and make something that will make change happen and will make the world a better place. I think we're joined together in that everything I do is the result of invention. And I think I'm particularly interested in what you do after you invent, before and after. Because after you invent, we want to see what you've thought of before you started inventing, your first principles on what kind of world you want to create for all of us to live in, for us, for our children, for our grandchildren. And to that end, I think you go to your first principles. And in music, we also have first principles. And I think this is where I think arts and sciences join together. In music, one of the things we try to look for is to not imitate, but to create something that is new. And I'm going to play you a piece of music now that was written by a teacher and a composer. And the way this teacher taught was to say to his students, don't compose like me, but really listen to everything that's around you, to the music, to the sounds around you. And at this time, it was over 100 years ago, it was the music of Native Americans, the music of African Americans, the spirituals, to the new immigrants, and nothing's changed, right? And so 2 generations later, not his students, but his students' students, out popped Duke Ellington, Gershwin, and Aaron Copland. So this is music from the teacher, Antonin Dvorak. I forgot to say, as part of first principles, deep listening and I think patience and resilience. But another first principle in music, I think, is about starting from little things, the smallest things that can grow and grow. And music, I think, a lot has to do with managing transitions from life to death, death to life, all the rites of passage. Music comes in and develops meaning, and that's something that society trusts. And trust for you is so paramount before you invent and afterwards. And most of all, the whole point of Solve is service. It's you use your technique to transcend it in order to serve. So here are two examples of first principles in music, from something very simple to maybe the beginning of something that starts with a dance. Thank you so much. Congratulations, solvers. And if you make sure that trust and truth and service is part of everything you do every day, you will not lack for jobs and for a bright future, and you will truly make our world a better place to live. So thank you. Congratulations, MIT solvers. See you next year.